What's happening, YouTube? What's the vibes? It's your man Suave Interview, man. I'm back with another video. Today we got Charleston White. He doing another interview on what is this? No game but the tie game. No game but the tie game. So we gonna check him out. See what he gotta say.
Everybody, you already know what it is.
He'll drop one in a minute. So
No
we gonna check
Game
him
but Tie
out.
Game podcast, and today we got a very, very, very special guest in the building. I'm sure they already know who you is, man. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Say, man, it's America's favorite uncle, Charleston White, a.k.a. the new comedian on stage on the block, man, Rat Williams, Uncle Ruckus, whatever you want to call him, but they know it here by now. Just say
Yeah, man. Charleston around me and my old uncles and my old cousins, man. As soon as I started listening to Charleston White 2022, I ran to my older uncle. He like 80. I think he just turned 80. And my other cousin, cousin, he like 65 or something like that. 65, 62, 63, something like that. And boy, they remind me just like him, talk like
They
him.
already know what it is. Now listen, we about to get
Oh,
right
I
into
can
it, man.
relate.
Donald
And I was
Trump
the
just
young boy that
officially
listened and didn't
won
know.
the election.
Wrong route.
Kamala Harris, you know, some say she put up a good fight.
I say she didn't put up a fight. Yeah. I say she didn't even fight back.
She didn't fight back.
She didn't fight back. Well, if she wanted to fight back, she was supposed to go. She went and picked the low hanging fruit. The low hanging fruit from the tree, meaning she went and got the Cardi B crowd, the Megan Thee Stallion crowd, the Glorilla crowd, the Sexy Red crowd, the Quavo crowd. She didn't go get the Tyler Perry's crowd. She didn't go get the Harvard Law students crowd. She didn't go get our mother's intellectual crowd. She went and got the hoes and the bitches of the culture and presented them to us as if that was gonna pull out the best of black people to come vote for her. She didn't go get the best of black people. Viola Davis, Regina King, Sanaa Lathan, Queen Latifah. It was way more black other entertainers that she could have went and got other than these ass shaking ladies.
So do you feel that her having Megan Thee Stallion shake her ass?
Yeah, that hurt her.
You think that hurt her voters?
Yeah, that hurt her. Beyonce is not a.
Hey, I was wondering why they got young bitches shaking their ass in front of older women, like our mom age, 55, 60-year-olds plus. I wonder why they got that. That shit was so disrespectful.
Community leader. Kelly Rowland isn't a voice that we want to hear during election time. Because once they stop singing, we don't know what they sound like because they don't speak to us as a culture. They don't talk to us as a people. So there's many things that happen to us as black people throughout this country, and those black voices remain silent. So here you go get the same people that attended all the Diddy parties and put them before us with their moose knuckles, their ass shaking. Cardi B just broke up with her husband, just recently had a baby. We haven't seen Cardi B nurturing the baby. We ain't seen her breastfeeding the baby. You done handed your baby off, so we hadn't saw that. So how can you go get this woman and you got black married people who are sitting back saying, well, who is this woman? My mama didn't know who these people were.
They said that Cardi B was actually cheating with the baby. Watch out.
Yeah, well, man.
Damn.
You get that with that long shaft. He gonna be tapping the baby in the head as he coming in out there.
That motherfucker let another nigga fuck while she pregnant and she's showing, and she let another nigga hit that pussy. Damn, that's a low down dirty bitch. Boy, I tell you, y'all better stop having babies from these hoes and these bitches.
Go be
Man,
tapping
y'all tripping, bro. Y'all see, a lot of girls ain't meant to be mothers, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I hate to say that shit. Them bitches, man, a lot of girls just want to be fucked, bro, and be prostitutes and hoes. So that's how you better treat them bitches, like prostitutes and hoes. That way, most girls, that's how they act.
And man, chances are she ain't wearing no rubber. Cause if I'm fucking a pregnant broad, I'm going in raw. Cause I know I can't get her pregnant. I'm coming out in there. So so these wasn't the best people to go get, man. There's no way you can compare Coretta Scott King or Betty Shabazz with this group here. So nah, she fucked up by doing that.
So do you feel like when people was voting, do you feel like they was really voting against Biden, or do you feel like the Democratic Party didn't really give her enough time, or do you feel like she was gonna lose regardless?
She was gonna lose regardless because this is a democracy, right? Both parties have preliminaries, right? So you get 12, 15, 10 Democrats, you may have 17 and 20 Republicans. They spend a time going through a preliminary, and the party people pick the one that they want to represent the party. They gave us her. Joe Biden stepped down and they said, okay, this is going to be your presidential nomination. Let us pick who we want. So that's where they lost it.
I feel that too.
Yeah.
I was saying that too. I was like, they kind of just threw her in there, and I was like, she had a preliminary a few years, like 4 years ago, right?
And she didn't win.
She didn't make it.
She didn't make it, yeah.
So then she became the vice president. They just kind of threw her in there.
Yeah, kind of like affirmative action. They just picked her because she was a black woman. They thought that they could win. So she was going to really be a puppet.
So I feel you on that. So do you think that Donald Trump is, I know you feel like Kamala never had a chance of winning, but do you feel like Donald Trump is actually the right president for the job?
I believe he's the right president for America right now. For one of the first things he's coming in and doing, he's stopping children from being able to have their body parts cut off. He's stopping children from being medically or chemically castrated because at 9 years old, this little boy want to be a girl because he's been with his mama all his life. Right. So he's coming in and stopping that. Another thing he's coming to do, he says he's going to do immediately, is mass deportation, where all these migrants and immigrants have come into the country. They've taken over apartments. They getting food stamps, welfare stuff that me and you couldn't get. Right. So he's one thing I know, he's for America.
They was getting $350 a week.
Man, they was. Chicago home, they was getting, the black people in Chicago was complaining about not being able to get the Section 8 in the government system, but these people coming right over and getting it. Imagine us as a black man in this country. We cannot walk into the food stamp office and go ask for food stamps. We can't get the government assistance. Now, a black woman can with a baby, but the black man can't, the white man can't. So they're giving that to them. On top of that, all of this money that the Joe Biden campaign and administration is sending to Ukraine, these billion-dollar packages. Man, we can't even get, they won't even send money during the hurricanes.
And I feel that was one of the biggest things that actually hurt, because people's looking at the situation like you can't afford food, you can't afford gas, you can't afford to take care of your kids. And we don't have no money allegedly, but we got enough money to send
billions in aid, in packages.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just bad.
And on top of that, man, even though people say, well, the economy was the number one priority, the economy is not really doing bad, because we can still get high. We can still party. We can still buy cigarettes. We can still pay for our habits and pay for our vices. So how are we doing bad as a country?
So are you saying that it's not the economy, it's more so our priorities?
Yes, our priorities. And so with that, what our priorities is, our country is being evaded by other people coming here illegally, because they're not coming here legally. They're sneaking into our country, getting the same benefits and being able to access the same entitlement programs that we deserve as Americans. And they're saying, don't touch the borders. And Biden, not Biden, but Trump is saying, man, let's stop this border crisis, because we do have a border crisis.
Ain't we one of the only countries that actually have like an open border?
Yeah, we're the only one.
Like I know other countries, they won't just allow it.
You can't just go to North Korea. You just can't go into Russia. You just can't go. So man, so we got open borders, but they're allowing these people to come over to replace us, whether it's votes, cheaper wages. So I live in Texas. We got a lot of warehouse jobs, Amazon. We got a lot of hospitality jobs. And when you go in there, you say something, and you don't speak no English. Habla español. So they tell you, man, how you get the job then? How did you get a job in America and you can't speak our language? So, man, I'm Trump all day.
Trump all day?
Yeah, I'm Trump all day.
Okay, so you happy with the elections. How do you feel
Trump
about
had that money flowing?
I guess I could say some of the shaming tactics that people try to use to be like, well, if you don't vote this way, then you're not black, or if you vote this way, then you're against us. Or
so what they did was the Democratic Party. Most people don't understand. That's the party of slavery. So when you understand history, the Democrats have always been the party who wanted slavery. They're the party who invented and originated the Ku Klux Klan, right? So they understand there's more. That's why they tapped into our entertainment side, because they know we have an entertainment whore's mind. So they know us. So what they did, they played on the fact that black people in America, there's a gender war. between the black man and the black woman.
Speak about it.
There's a real gender
Speak about
war.
it.
There's a real gender war. So they use that to try to shame the black man into voting for Kamala. Because they said the reason Trump won last time is because black men failed to come out and vote. Well, most black men can't vote. Seriously, most black men got a record, or they're not even interested. So they tried to use a shaming tactic toward black men. That's why you started seeing commercials highlighting the fact that black men need to get out and vote. That's why they went and got the ass and the... Think about this. That's why they went and got the women who shake their ass and pop their... to put before, because they know what? Black men like ass and...
So it kind of make you think like, dang, so that's what they really think about.
Yeah,
They feel they can just have a lady on stage twerking, and then we about to just run to the polls because she's up there shaking her ass or whatnot.
Well, they went and got... They know most of us follow a woman to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
So they went and got the ass and the... But they went and got the woman who our women idolize. The Beyonce, the Beehive. So they went and got our women idols, put them on stage, and the traits and the characteristics of ass shaking is what made most black men tune in.
Let me ask you something. Do you believe that the black culture have a problem or have a issue or something that we need to fix to better ourselves as a people, where they won't feel like, you know what, let's send somebody shaking their ass so we can get those votes? Like, what do we need to do as black people for them to start respecting our votes? Because it's like
we need to self-educate. So we need to educate ourselves inside the home, because that's where education starts. Education begins in the home. We're not educated in our homes. Most of us can only say A, B, C, D, E, F, G by the time we go to school, and we don't know nothing else. Most of us, our families don't have the multiplication charts teaching us that before we go to school. Most of us can't count to 100 before we go to school. So we completely rely on our public school system to educate us when it really miseducates us. So we don't have a family unit. One of the strongest part of being educated, homie, is coming from a strong family. A family that values education. So they know we don't value education. That's why they bring us entertainment. So they rely on the uninformed voter. That's why most of us don't know, most black people don't know anything about the platform. We're looking at skin color. Most of us don't know anything about the candidate. We look at skin color. And before Dr. King died, part of his I Have a Dream speech was to judge me by the context of my character and not by my skin. That's what they getting us to vote on. Skin color. Oh, just because she's black. So we're not voting based off the context of the character. Because if we was doing that, we would ask some questions. Why don't we ever see her with her white husband and her 2 white kids? They never showed us a complete picture of her and her family. Every other presidential candidate, every other elected official always get on stage with their family. She never did that, not one time during the campaign.
Do you think that a black man that was running for president and had a white wife would have been able to make it as far as Kamala did?
That's why Obama's no to answer quick. That's why Obama. If you read his book, Obama dated white women, but he knew he couldn't go far in politics dating a white woman. There's no way Black America will elect or vote or support a black man that has a white wife. That's why black women won't get behind Candace Owens, because she got a white husband.
Now, when I say that, it's a problem.
Oh.
I told him, I said, listen, if Barack Obama didn't have Michelle Obama, it works in his favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, Kamala can get away with that, having a white husband, because it's, you know, of course it's a double standard when it comes to who you're marrying. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, they strategically kept her husband out of the picture.
Right.
She came to play black. She can't play black with this complete white family. So we're voting off what we see, not what we know.
Damn,
Think about what I just said. We're voting off what we see. Oh man, we got a black president. Man, he got a white mama. That nigga really ain't black. His wife made him black. The woman he lay down with made him black. She helped him produce black children. She has no children. but she's married to a white man with 2 white kids. Had they gave us that complete picture, it would have been hard for any black woman to accept. And let me just say this. America, white America, will never let their slaves run the country.
Starting at age 10, I'd find myself sneaking behind my parents' back to look at the P word on the internet just before Sunday morning services. And I thought that this would just go.
Man, we getting a lot of quotes today. We get a lot. Say that again for the people.
White America will never let their slaves run their country. So they'll never will elect a full black man. It's gonna always be a mulatto. It's gonna always be something like her that's a mixed breed. They ain't finna put no full black man, no real black man that grew up in this country with a black mama and a black daddy to run their White House. It was never intended, and it never will be. They'll put a gay in, they'll put a Mexican in before they put one of us in.
Did you see the reports where they were saying that like Russia is trying to end the war over Ukraine, and China want a peaceful transition and stuff like the second
They do.
Trump won? Do you feel like they saying that because they respect Trump more, and they just trying to, or you think it's like they just playing mind games?
No, they're not playing mind games. We got involved in that. We want to go over there and build a U.S. embassy in Ukraine. Biden and his family have been doing business in Ukraine long before Biden became president. So he's going over there to his own special interest. The president of Ukraine is not a political person. He comes from entertainment, comedian. Why would Russian president respect him when he's been working with the KGB since he was 19, 20 years old, worked his way up to the ranks? Why would he respect an entertainer that's running Ukraine? So here we are saying we're going to put an embassy over here in Ukraine. Once we put an embassy next to a country like Russia, we typically go after that dictator. We did Muammar Gaddafi, we did Saddam Hussein. So we're going to go next, and he said, no, this is my land. You guys aren't coming over here. So we're trying to help Ukraine overthrow Russia. When Russia is one of the largest oil-producing countries in the world, and we're telling the world, hey, y'all, we're going to stop using gas cars and go everything electric. That was Biden. This was a hidden interest that Biden then was after, just like the Bushes went after Saddam. So, no, man, Russia is not wrong. America is a corporation. It became a corporation in the 60s. It's not a country anymore. This is a corporation. So why wouldn't you want a businessman running your corporation? They want to do good business. We do good business with China. We borrow money from the Chinese.
That's deep.
America borrow money from the
Why
Chinese.
wouldn't you want a business?
So we
Why
can
wouldn't
buy
you want
oil
a
from
businessman
the
running this
Saudis, and all we
corporation?
do is still send money over to Ukraine.
See that makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad you spreading light on these situations, because I do like to have people on here with differences of opinion.
Yeah.
People that's not afraid to say, you know what, I do like this particular candidate, and I'm gonna stand on business about it.
Well, just think about this. I mean, one of Biden's first announcements was by 2028, I think he said, we're gonna all have electric cars. If we all have electric cars, you know how much control the government has over us?
And I remember I was watching the news one day, and they said by 2020, this was like 2 years ago, they said by 2025, 35% of California is going to have electric cars. And then they said by 2035, it's going to be double that, so we about 50 to 60% of cars going to be electric.
Like that.
in California.
Man, I don't like my car knowing all this.
That's a
Man,
lot.
give me that gas, motherfucker.
They mess around and stop you. Be like, hey, you didn't pay your phone bill.
There you go. You made a post today on social media you don't like, so your car ain't gonna work for 7 days, 3 days. So nah, man, this country cannot go electric because we've been dependent upon oil for too long. That's why we drive SUVs. That's why we keep our lights on. We burn a lot of oil and gas. That's why we're drilling for natural gas. But to have everything electric, that's giving all control to the government.
Little segue here. So, when Trump was in office last time, he pardoned, I believe, Lil Wayne.
Kodak Black.
And Kodak Black.
He did the first criminal justice reform that we had seen, where so many men out of federal prison was coming home from the 90s. Yeah. So we didn't go back to slavery.
Right.
Like they say we're going to do. They say, well, he going to put us back in slavery. He did last time.
Good point.
Yeah.
But that's where the fear comes in, where it's like, we're gonna wake up today and we're gonna be slaves today.
That's how America have always controlled their slaves. Fear, envy, and jealousy. Those three components have always been how you control the population and people. Fear, jealousy, and envy. So when he was in office, I heard Carlos Miller say in an interview, man, when Trump was president, I ain't never, and I ain't never seen with money, all of a sudden started having money. Do y'all remember all them motherfucking lobsters they was eating? Man, I'm just whole with dumping lobster in butter, and they were, man.
Was that the mukbangs? The mukbangs.
Yeah,
with all the food.
man. Money was flowing through our economy, and not just through the economy. It reached all the way down to the bottom. Poor motherfucker was having money. Poor because that ain't never had $10,000 getting $10,000 because it stimulated and generated our economy. If nothing else, they know the poor motherfucker finna go buy, spend, and consume.
Hey man, be quiet, man. I hear you over there talking crazy. I hear you talking crazy. Tie game, what you doing with this? Man, listen, man. Anybody can come on the No Game, but
I'm not.
podcast.
I'm not a Trump supporter.
Hold on. Okay, let's fix that. He's not a Trump supporter.
I'm a conservative who happens to vote Republican.
Okay, there we go. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, I'm a conservative. I'm a conservative who just so happens to vote Republican, and I do admire, I do respect, and I do like Trump because as a kid in the 80s, they presented him to us as an upstanding white man. He's been in over 300 rap songs. Google it and look it up. ABC had a special about it.
I thought I said that he used to be in all the rap songs.
All the rap songs.
I used to hit the Trump Tower just to get the 3 hours, get the bishop out the room because she used to word eyes. Hey,
Donald Trump, Bill Gates, let me in now. Come on,
let me in now.
So, man, so he was idolized in our culture throughout rap music. All the rappers used to get the money, go to the fights, because Trump used to be involved with the Mike Tyson fights, all kind of fights. I've seen him stand next to Michael Jackson, Rosa Parks, Muhammad Ali. So I can go down a list of all the black entertainers and celebrities from the 80s throughout the 90s, even into the 2000s when he had the Apprentice show. Y'all forgot when he had the Apprentice show. You're fired. He put a lot of black people on there who hadn't been having jobs, and it relaunched them and promoted them back off into the entertainment world for us to celebrate them. And that's why I don't like Claudia Jordan. So now, man, we never heard he was racist until he started trying to be president, and it came from this party. Well, he was saying that the Central Park 5 need to get the death penalty. At the time he said that, they were convicted, and the world believed they done that. We didn't know they didn't do it till they gave us a movie. That was 20 years later. But at the time he made that statement, they really believed those guys had done that.
So he was speaking on what he thought he knew, at the particular time.
Yeah.
So it's like when you get new information, you're allowed to change your mind about things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can only go off the information that's presented in front of you.
Well, you looking at the how horrific the crime was. They got these 4 people that had done this. He's from New York. The biggest fear of white people back then was black men or black boys doing this to a white woman. Our mother's greatest fears was us getting with a white woman and being accused of done something like that. So that was everybody's fear. So to have this crime happen, it was horrific. So who wouldn't say that? It's people say I need to be killed for what I say, and that's just for what I mean. He was talking about Woody daughter. He need to be killed.
I disagree with that.
Oh man, he maced the cat. He should be put to death. So it's people wish that on me, but they my color.
Yeah, I don't think nobody should wish death on somebody for their opinion because we all got different opinions. I mean, we ain't a monolith, so you may think one thing, I may think another thing, but that don't mean I want to kill you for it. And I am familiar with some of the threats that you be receiving.
Yeah. So let me just say that, homie. Ever since I've been online, they used to post my address where me and my wife and kids live. So they post my mother's address, grandmother's address, my baby mother's address, my daughter's phone number. So the same thing that I speak against, my people, these ain't white people doing this though. But man, he this, he that. Man, he can't talk about kids. Well, they support a woman who wakes up every day and bashes her baby daddy father. Tia Kill. You see what I'm saying? So when I was talking about Krishan Rock and Blueface, baby, they didn't say nothing. Because they had a disdain for them.
Right.
But one thing about Black America,
he got a woman.
No, they got a woman. Yeah. But one thing about Black America, particularly black women, they love gangsters and killers and gays. That's why the Woodies and the Shamars and the King Von and the Free Lil Durk, the Free Thug, that's why all of that support goes to them because that's what this culture really loves. Because gangster killers hold hands together. They walk parallel in jail.
Speaking of King Von and Lil Durk. Lil Durk, as you know, is just got officially indicted.
I just saw that. Yeah, I just
thought
seen
them boys
it.
gonna
So,
nobody
do you
never
think
gonna
that
get
he
caught for
has
nothing. Them
any
boys been killing
chance
and riding
of
for a
coming
long
on to beating
time.
this case without telling? Because you know, it's all
I'm glad
about,
you said it.
it's all about keep it gangster, no snitches.
I'm glad you said.
Shit. Man, them boys, shit, go down like a gangster, nigga. All the gangsters go to jail or die or go to prison. So, you want to do what you want to do. Them boys killing online, killing live, and talking about it on the raps. I ain't even knew that shit. Like, man, I ain't knew that shit was really going on like that until I really started tuning in around 2018 when them niggas start dying. Like, damn, why everybody keep dying so fast and so young? Come to find out they rap beefing and they really doing what they rapping about. Like, that shit crazy. That shit got out of hand. And I always wonder why the OGs and the older guys, especially the older rappers, why they ain't never said like, yo, y'all cut that shit short, bro. Y'all niggas really dying. That shit ain't about nothing. Y'all rich. Y'all made y'all family rich. Y'all successful. It's not cool making another man mom cry, making a child live without his father. Come on, man, because y'all can go to jail or die from that shit. That shit ain't cool. Because y'all losing too many people, man. Too many people is dying on both sides. Too many moms is crying. And the kids got to grow without a father. And then the kids going to repeat the same generational cycle if y'all don't stop that shit. So the pushing the peace is a good thing, but some of the niggas need to go to jail and die. Because really and truly, if Von, them niggas wouldn't have never died, them niggas wouldn't have been pushing no fucking peace. Them boys that nigga said we in it till you die. Rest in peace. So them niggas ain't playing.
Yeah, brother.
We don't snitch, we don't tell. So do you feel
I'm telling to get out of jail.
You tell it?
I'm telling to get out of jail. I don't think he have a chance.
He got a chance.
No, I don't think he have a chance.
Not even he get Young Thug and them lawyer. Even if he come in there with Brian Steele.
Brian Steele fighting the state.
That's true.
Man, Puffy got $50 million he trying to put up to get out and they denied it. But the fact that they just released a song. So they got a wild
all his songs, man.
And now they done found the song with Babyface Ray and Lil Durk where he's saying specifically, we got your son on the news hollering, oh no, we got the drop and we got the low. Homie, so they making confessions in these songs.
But can't that just be attributed to just lyrics and not real, like, you know, a lot of rappers lie in their raps. You know what I'm saying?
Them old heads be lying. Them older heads be lying. The older generation, come to find out, Fat Joe said on the interview, he said he was lying in 95% of his raps. And if they was indicting niggas for lyrics, he'll get 1,000 years. He said that, but see when we was 9, 10 years old listening to y'all, some of us really wanted to do that and be like that. See, I wanted the girls, I wanted the money, I wanted to stay fly, I wanted to travel the world. Them niggas wanted to do the wrong shit, the violent shit, the wrong shit. I wasn't with that wrong shit. I was with the good shit. I was a good nigga doing good business. I was known as a good fella, not no bad nigga doing wrong shit. So that wasn't never me. But I feel like the older rappers is responsible because they push that out there to create those babies. Like 50 Cent said, those are my babies. Like Lil Boosie say, those my babies. I raised y'all. Then he said, most of my fans dead or in jail. So you raise niggas to go to jail and die? That's the wrong way to think, man. So we gotta change that shit, bro. And Charleston White, the first man to really speak on this shit, and that would really give me the push to really say my opinion, because that shit out of control and nobody's saying, hey, fellas, that shit wrong, bro. That shit ain't cool, making another man mama cry. It ain't cool. Man, that shit is not cool. Y'all better find y'all something else to do. Y'all already rich. Just live y'all life, man, and help each other. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with looking out for everybody, looking out for your family, looking out for your people. You ain't gotta be beefing, man. That shit is
pointless. But can that could be contributed to, like, hey, man, I was
really
just
dying
making
for
up
real.
some stuff. You know, I ain't do nothing.
Cool.
Not when you got the shooter saying, I got the money from him, and they got the credit card receipt where they rented the car. So when you look at the new charges, homie, they got him for going interstate compact, renting the car to go do this. The feds got a 98% conviction rate.
And that's because
I wouldn't roll my dice with 2%.
you see this? And this is why I always tell y'all, stay out of trouble. Try to stay out the streets. Because all these people who you be thinking is your friends don't be your friends.
Well,
they said Lil Durk got told on by a person that
by the shooter.
He took care of him.
By the yeah. So let me just say this. We was always taught that there's no honor amongst thieves. There's no real honor in the street code. So nigga, very few stand on the street code. Sammy the Bull killed over 30-something people. But once he heard John Gotti talking about him in the wiretap, he told on him.
Takashi.
There you go. Sammy the Bull went into the witness protection program and started committing crimes again. But because he was tough and a real killer, he was able to go to prison. And to this day, nothing has ever happened to Sammy Bull because he's a real killer, like our Woody. So like our King Von. So homie, if you a killer and you tough and you can fight, you can tell. But if you ain't, you better not.
The new folding revolver by Standard Manufacturing has been officially released today. No documents or procedures.
So they'll get with you.
Yeah, so
if you ain't like that, they'll get with you.
So to go back to what you asked me about Durk, home of the feds, when they come get you, they done pretty much dotted their I's and crossed their T's. So this is you against the U.S. government. And they done put all the resources, and they waited for y'all to do this. The mother 5 who killed
LBG Duck,
for so long. Tied to Durk. They got them from the songs and the rap video.
When Duck died, I was like, damn.
Same with Young Thug.
Nobody ain't going to jail for this shit. Them niggas, no one of them niggas kept on killing. He the first ones. When he died, I think that was the first big break I seen where niggas went to jail for a murder. I thought them niggas just killing for fun, and the government and the police just let niggas kill each other.
Because these niggas are really making real confessions on these songs. Rapping used to be about being a studio gangster. Tupac wasn't no gangster. Ice Cube wasn't no gangster. It was studio gangsters. Now these are real gangsters talking gangster shit.
Do you feel like do you think there's a chance that somebody may try to take the charge for Durk? Like, hey, you know what? Durk didn't have nothing to do with this. This was all me. He didn't know nothing about it. And take the charge for him? You think? I heard that going
you might can do that with the state, but you can't do that with the feds because the feds done watched you, listen to him, and compiled everything together.
Yeah, so they like, you can't lie about this because we know for a fact.
Matter of fact,
he did it.
We watched y'all go kill him. We had y'all on the surveillance.
You never know.
We had y'all on the surveillance. Man, they'll let the nigga go kill just to get him.
Why do you think this is just a personal opinion? It ain't based in facts. But I feel like every time somebody gets in trouble, or if they know trouble coming, they seem to take the religion route.
You better.
If you know, like,
God know how to get your ass. Come on over, son.
If you know, like Lil Durk, he started being Muslim, you know, right before they took him down. Like, do you think he did that because he knew the feds was coming and he decided to try to get right with God? Or
well, he went to rehab. Most people don't know he was absent for about 9 months. He was in rehab. A celebrity I'm very close to, internationally known. I won't say anything because I don't know if I can speak on it. But they was together. And he called me up one day and said, hey, man, if I can get you to sit down with Durk, would you be willing to sit down with Durk? I said, yeah, man, I'd be willing to sit down with anybody. I just be talking that shit online. Obviously, you know, he couldn't make it happen, but he always attempted to try to make it happen. So I think he was trying to clean up the image, to separate himself. But
pushing peace and everything.
Yeah. So, you know, putting J-Mane them out on stage and bringing everybody out of Chicago, it was too late.
Too late.
Man, when you know what you done. See, that's the thing about all of us, homie. You know when you wrong. Or if you don't know you wrong, you know you done wrong. Because there's a lot of people feel like they right and do wrong because they feel like they right. That's where the get back come from. You still wrong.
Right. So
even though you think you're right, he done hurt your purpose. It's still wrong to go back and hurt.
Right, like they done took out King Vine, so he think like, hey, I'm right for sliding for Vine.
Yeah. You know so it's a lot of us think we right, and our feelings don't make us right. Our actions make us wrong. You have a right to your feelings. You got a right to feel how you feel. It's what you do with those feelings that determines if you're right or wrong.
How do you feel about this self-snitching culture? Like, like you said, they're making confessions in the songs. And like they say, like, you can rap about whatever you want to rap about as long as if you didn't really do it. But if you really did it, like, so they using Dirk lyrics against him.
See, that's the difference between our generation and y'all generation. Well, they generate the old head generation, the 45, 50 on up, the 55 and them niggas. Them niggas is just talking about that shit. We end up doing that shit. I'm gonna say we as in our age. But now it's just not coming out that y'all was just talking, man. That shit fucked up because our generation was listening to y'all and a lot of people died, bro. And that shit wrong. They need to have a national ban of drill. They need to do something because that music will turn your ass
you got
out.
people on podcasts saying, like Brick Baby, when he said, you can't say get back for Von no
They
more.
think that shit
what I'm
cool,
saying?
man, talking. I was a
Why
little
do
key
you
nigga
think
that
that
ain't
these
say
people are
shit.
just so anxious to tell them?
Because they nobodies, that all.
It was like
They
it's supposed to stay
become
in the
somebody
street.
by talking.
Because the streets done come to the internet. The streets have come to the studio, right? So the rappers have become the new street. Street is never want to rap. Street is used to look at rap like they were lame. No rapping and
For rapping they life.
yeah, because they know they wasn't really doing that. Because the rappers have always mimicked the street. Go back and watch Paid in Full. The rappers started dressing how the street was dressing. The street wasn't dressing like the rappers with the big chain. The rappers ain't the first.
I was a
big
real
chain.
nigga. You want to be a real
The
nigga.
street
You want to be no
is.
fucking street
So
nigga.
once they start developing an image and a persona of what
Yeah, you
street
fucked
would look
up in the
like,
game.
now they gotta try to be street. That's how Tupac got caught
Have
up
you
trying
some
to
common
play street.
sense.
Tupac was a poetic kid that got up with some real gangsters, Mob James, Suge Knight, a bunch of, they were real street gangbangers. They used to slap Snoop Dogg. They used to slap them niggas over there, rapping ass. They don't, no, the streets have never respected no rap.
I think the biggest mistake Tupac done made was punching Orlando.
That was a real street.
Right. Yeah,
Orlando was a King Von in the streets. Orlando Brown was a king. Orlando, whatever his name.
I think it was Anderson.
Yeah, he was a King Von of that era. It just wasn't no social media. Tupac had no business whispering Tupac and said, hey, there you go. Tupac led the charge. And they followed.
You the money, man. You supposed to have people to handle
Ran
that
up
for
on
you.
him and hit him and died.
They playing on Pac though. Cause Pac, homie, Pac was just trying to fit in. That's how I got caught up. I just wanted to fit in.
Fuck that fit in shit. I ain't never wanted to fit in. I'm already fit. And I'm a skinny nigga. Fuck you talking about fitting in. Y'all niggas ain't even better than me. Talking about fitting in. Fitting in, man, I ain't wanna join y'all shit. Man, y'all ain't get no money. Y'all niggas ain't fresh. Y'all niggas ain't fly. Y'all niggas ain't got no respect. Y'all niggas ain't got no honor. Y'all niggas ain't got no morals or no principles. Y'all niggas don't get no girls, man. Fuck, I'm joining y'all. Y'all ain't getting no money. Y'all niggas just beating up people for no reason and taking niggas shit for no reason and robbing niggas and shit. Y'all mad, man? Y'all, man.
Yeah,
fuck
I got
y'all.
the heart. I got a lot of heart.
I ain't
Yeah,
never
I'm
want to fit
courageous.
in.
Just want to fit in.
Fuck that fitting in shit.
So I caught a murder case trying to fit in.
Fit in.
At 14 years old. Yeah, I went to the boys' home at that. So I'm one of the first kids in Tarrant County in Fort Worth, Texas to be tried. And listen to my words. Tried and adjudicated. I've never been convicted of a felony. So I have no felony conviction. So contrary to what everybody say, I've never been to prison and I don't have any felony convictions. I caught a murder case. We was charged with capital murder because we ran out of Foot Locker with some starter jackets. I gave my 15-year-old friend a gun and he killed somebody, killed the white man. Shot him. So I became one of the first children in America during that time to be tried and adjudicated in my state for the crime of murder, sentenced to 12 years. So I grew up in the boys' home with other children who committed murder. So when I got to the boys' home, prior to that, I didn't know about no motherfucking gangs. I was a well-behaved kid in school, coming from a great background, but I wanted to be a part of the culture. I was a little Tupac, wanting to fit in. So when I got into the boys' home and saw the gang aspects and elements, shit, everything I was looking for outside of playing football and basketball.
See, that was time nigga I was playing 4th, 5th, 6th grade. We playing football, basketball. My old uncle said, hey, listen here. You stay out of trouble by playing sports. Play sports. So shit, we playing sport. Even if I gotta play basketball by myself, I'm playing by myself.
Bravado is that
running,
that
jumping.
brotherhood. I wanted that shit. I wanted that shit.
Is that why you don't? Is that why you don't seem to fear anything?
Yeah.
And I say that because, you know, I see you online often and you don't be backing down from, you know, any of the, you know, so quote unquote gangsters. You don't be backing down from other gangster rappers. I done seen you pull out your mace a couple of times. You understand? Like, it's what you went through when you was 14.
These some good ass microphones. But yeah.
It's what you went through when you was 14 is why you just don't seem to fear anything.
Yeah. I know most is just talking. Most is ain't no killer. Most of them got in situations and people ended up dead and they've been charged with murder, but they're not no real motherfucking killers. That's why they cry when their homeboys die. Out of all the gangster movies I ever seen, I seen all the mafia movies. I never seen the gangsters cry at the gangsters' funerals. So when I go to funerals and I see with t-shirts on with their homeboy face on it, they over there sad. Man, them ain't no real killers. It's just been hurting people out of pain because hurt people hurt people. So when I went into the boys' home, homie, I had no idea kids kill people. I'm the first generation outside of California, Chicago, New York, Philly, and I want to say Baltimore. 89, it was unheard of for kids to kill somebody. In 90, it was somewhat unheard of. But by now, your now president, Joe Biden, who's leaving office, him and the Democratic Party and black people, it wasn't the Republican Party. They said that it's a wave of children that have been born in this country. And they are super predators. So they started calling us super predators because children were starting to commit violent crimes in the 90s. And how they described us as super predators, they described children like LeBron James with the body size. Mm-hmm. So imagine how big LeBron was at 16, 17. Yeah. Kevin Durant, how athletically inclined Kobe Bryant was to be able to go play basketball with these big old grown men at 18 years old. On the flip side of that, you had criminals with the same agility.
Here's the secret billionaires have been hiding from us for years. For years, I struggled with bad luck and empty pockets.
With big old bodies that were robbing, stealing, killing, and selling drugs. And that scared people to think that a kid like LeBron James, I'm just using the body size, a kid like LeBron James with their body size is out snatching purses. The police, so they deemed us as super predators. They said that these children are super predators. And just the definition, they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, and they're heartless, and they are incorrigible. Well, the word incorrigible meant that we was the type of kid that wasn't going to be able to change. So they start making laws in this country where they would lock up a 12-year-old and give a 12-year-old life without parole. They started locking up 15-year-olds, and 15-year-olds started going to prison, walking the prison hallways. They started sending children to prison with grown men because they said these are super predators. So when they made this bold statement, Hillary Clinton, the Democratic Party, it sent out a shock wave of fear throughout America. And even the Democratic Black Caucus got behind this. That's where your mass incarceration movement came from. When they started locking up everybody, that's where mass incarceration comes from. The Democratic Party. Bill Clinton didn't keep that off. And by the way, Bill Clinton came back and apologized about, 10 years ago? Look it up. They made a mistake.
So there gotta be some. And a lot of people don't know this information that you're talking. And it just seems.
But most people don't ask me these type of questions. They want to get to you getting the intellectual mind of this man. Most people want the character. They don't give a damn about what I think and what I really. Yeah. So they want the character. They want the viral shit. But you come to get substance. Mm-hmm. So it's a difference.
And that's what they be like, man. It feels like it's just great marketing.
It is.
Like,
they playing for the clicks and the views. That's why I want to say fuck you, Cameron. Cam Newton, not Cameron. I love Cameron. Cameron Newton, because
damn, where did that come from?
When you hear that first take,
nobody's ever said this. So it's my first time being able to really express this. I had a little respect for Cam Newton, homie. He get me on his podcast. He tried to intellectually or whatever he tried to do, homie. He tried to shame me, belittle me, make me look buffoonery. And I'm saying, you a football player. You ain't never done nothing for our people.
I don't think he tried to do that. I think Charleston White, I'm on Charleston White's side at my boy. But I don't think Cam tried to do that, man. He just, a lot of people don't know Charleston White. See, I watch all his fucking videos, so it seems like I know a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But a guy like Charleston White, you gotta watch all his videos to really know him. Because he'll say something, and then it's a reason about why he said it. And then the reason do make sense to me, in my opinion, of some of the stuff he say. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with a lot of stuff I don't agree with certain stuff I may not agree with, but most of the stuff that he said I agree with. And then if he give you his reason and why, it always makes sense. So I don't think, I think Charleston wrong for this. I think he wrong because Cam, I don't think Cam was trying to do that, because I watched that whole interview.
Y'all done put my life on the line for our people. I'm the first black man
And then
in America.
Charleston White, Cam Newton probably only seen a few clips or a few videos. They ain't really did their research type shit, you know what I'm saying? So they probably don't really know, but
openly stood up to gangbangers and still get to live.
that's just how it is.
The Crips and Blood, GD, BD, fuck your founders, Raymond. I done disrespected everything about the gang shit.
You have been standing 10 toes down.
Yeah.
I would give that to you.
There's no other black person outside of Miss Dolores C. Tucker have ever took on this culture like this. What did Tupac say? Dolores Tucker, you's a motherfucker. Homie, they went against Miss Tucker. So until Miss Tucker came along, nobody have stood up against the rapper or the gangsters. God came along and picked up the banner. They were threatening me, doing all kind of shit on me, but I never backed down. I never cowered out. So I'm the first black man to stand up and say, y'all, we wrong for them gangbanging. So for Cam Newton to get me on this podcast, I'm saying, hey, homie, I ain't never shot a gun at a black man. I ain't never been, but when you get Boosie on there, you show him some respect. You get Rollo on there, you show him some respect. I ain't never sold drugs in a black community.
So he's showing the gangsters some respect, but when it comes to you, he trying to treat you.
So that's what made me say, when I had my bow tie on, y'all wasn't listening. So that's how so now I'm an entertainer, so I can't be in the community doing what I'm doing. I'm getting paid to do comedy shows, selling out comedy shows. Shout out to St. Louis Helium Comedy Show. Just sold it out last night. I'm going to be at the Helium tomorrow in Indianapolis. So for him to try to shame me, homie, for what I'm saying, and respect them for what they done. You a weenie football player. You a nigga that make bastard babies out of wedlock. I got 2 kids by one woman I was married to. I ain't breed no dysfunction. So for him to try to get up there and act all high and mighty, but what really got me, he just done a powerful interview with Killer Mike.
Yeah, man.
He tried to bring me up to Killer Mike.
Y'all niggas gotta stop doing that shit. Them damn bastard baby having babies from anybody and having kids all over the place, bro. I always wonder why a nigga won't just have, if you got 8 kids from 8 different women, why you won't have all your women in the same crib and take care of everybody? But I guess these niggas ain't that player to do that shit.
Killer Mike said I got reference for that brother. I admire and respect that
niggas
brother.
tripping, man.
Only for him to put in the title as if Killer Mike is talking down on me.
And most people don't listen. They read the title.
They read the title, and that shapes the mindset. That's why they clickbaiters. I
done seen people make whole videos off of a title.
Off a title.
And like, the video ain't got nothing to do with that. So you clearly didn't even click on it and take
it. Yeah, so that's why. But he's mad because I wouldn't come back on his podcast. I'm the highest watch views that he's had on this entire platform. He ain't reached 10 million nowhere. He didn't pay me $1. He tried to get me to come back because he wanted to outdo Shay Shay and Cat Williams. I wouldn't do it. So I said, since you ain't gonna pay me, I got some people in Atlanta that's working with children. How about you just donate something over there to them?
To the charity.
I think he sent them $200 or $300. So imagine how much he made off that 10 million views. So even with Nick Cannon, right now I just done a show with Nick Cannon. Yeah, it's the highest watch so far. Amazon didn't want to pay me.
This is going to be the highest watch show on the No Game But Tie Game podcast. I'm calling it that.
Yeah, so no, Amazon didn't want to pay me because they listen to what I say. Right now I'm out on bond for things that I said. The prosecutor on my case said he hate me. He's an asshole. My lawyer said, man, but he's nothing like that. They're watching my video. They're going off what I'm saying, not what I'm doing. Well, he's going around assaulting people. I don't have no history of assaulting people.
And you said, just correct me if I'm wrong, but you did say that the character that you portray is needed. Could you get people paying attention that way?
Well, let me just say
pay
this.
attention to the character instead of the real.
You got how when I didn't cuss, I couldn't be heard. But while I was trying to be heard, I was saying stuff like, "Hey man, I'm going to Washington D.C. working on trying to get juvenile life without parole abolished in this country. Hey man, I'm training the state's juvenile correction officers. Hey man, I'm working with the United States Department of Homeland Security Human Trafficking Division. We got teenage prostitutes walking the street. So I'm every day ignoring this, homie. Say, man, 73% of our households don't have no man in it, man. We need to create some male mentoring programs. I got a male mentoring program called Match My Efforts. Hey, man, I got a reading program where I go into the schools and I do a reading challenge to try to combat and counter the school-to-prison pipeline. Michelle Alexander got a book called The New Jim Crow. I used to take that into the school, write me a 5-page paper. We picked 3 winners. Homie, they wouldn't hear that. Boy, when I came, you mother, a nigga couldn't if you hustle, a gang banging ass, that was a rolling 60 crib. Now they listening.
It's amazing.
Now I got their attention.
It's interesting that you're able to say as much as you have said, and you're still here. Like every time I see you in the interview, I just knew when I said Nipsey Hussle, I would go be dead. Then I went on to say his mama. Yeah, I said King Von Baby. I said, shit, they might get me for that. Yeah.
So it was some time I felt, man, because the threats was coming so. But nigga, I stand up to fear. Fear don't make me run. I attack when I'm afraid.
I was telling my homie, I said one thing about Charleston White. I said, he don't back down. I said, you can say what you want to say about him, feel the way you want to feel about, his views or how he think or whatever. I said, but he do not be backing down all these people.
If you scare me, I'm going to attack you. I ain't going to run from you. If you make me fear, I attack what I fear.
But you got the mace on you right now?
You goddamn right.
You got the mace.
You goddamn right. Right there.
I see. You see that he ain't playing.
Yeah, right here.
He ain't playing.
For one, I know I haven't done anything to really cause me to be hurt. And I've said some things that hurt people's feelings. By the time you see me, those same feelings aren't hurt. You're still offended, but you're not hurt. People hurt people.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's the same people threatening me, saying what they'll do to me, have hurt other people, and it's somebody want to do something to them.
They got their own beat.
Think about that. The same people say, oh, nigga, I do something to that bitch ass nigga. You done already done something to people before. So it's somebody across town wishing they can do something to you while you hoping you do something to me. By the time you see me, you don't have that same feeling of intensity. Yeah, you're offended, but you don't have the fuel of the feeling to drive the offense.
It just comes back full circle.
Yeah, now so I keep this because these are non-lethal. I still dream about our victim. Depending on what's going on in our life, now and then I relive that murder in a dream because I stood over him, watched him die. So you can't just kill people and it just go away. You can't just hurt people, think you finna go sleep good at night. I don't care how justified you feel about what you done. You're not gonna be at peace in your mind, and you got people you done hurt. That's why some stay away from places. So I bring this because the bullets is for the revolution, people. It ain't for you. But this gun here, I don't want to put that bullet in. So I got this to stop from putting the bullet in.
So you're saving people.
Man, I'm saving.
You're saving lives, really.
Yeah. I don't want to kill my people, my niggas.
It's kind of like somebody say, take this ass whooping. I could have killed you, but
yeah. So one thing about it, this will get 1 nigga off of me, this will get 10 niggas off of me. Ass Soldier Boy. This neutralizes the situation. Nigga, everybody coughing. I just want to create some distance between me and you and get to safety. I don't want to hurt you, my brother.
How you feel about Soldier Boy?
His nephew now.
I'm about to say, have y'all been able to, reconcile your differences and everything like that?
Nobody in the black culture have tried to bring me and Soldier Boy together. It took a little Jewish kid by the name of Aiden Ross. Hey, I'm
familiar with him.
Yeah, so Aiden Ross put me in contact with him. And I think I overreacted. So I feel bad about Mason. Yeah, I think I overreacted. Because he said, man, I just want to talk. But man, you got all these people with you. They might not want to talk.
Right.
So yeah,
They may want to do something else.
Yeah.
R&B.
and so homie, had we had an opportunity, so if we had somebody in the black community in this,
See, we need somebody.
then you
black
mean to tell
community.
me Jay-Z?
There you go. Nobody
all
can't stop
these
this
people in
shit.
the industry couldn't have got all these little boys, King
Thank you.
Von,
There you
Lil
go.
Durk, NBA. They couldn't get all them niggas to sit down.
I ain't lying.
It was nobody to mediate these beats
Nobody,
before it got to
bro.
death.
I ain't
But do
lying.
you think they feel like it's more profitable to keep the beef going? Some people have hit legit.
For the record industry. But if you can get them on your podcast and cry with them like Wallow and them did, why you can't do this before?
I wish Dirk would have listened because Wallow really tried to warn him. And you could tell he was.
Man, they both had King Von on there. But when you idolize their music, what they gonna listen to you for?
Right.
Because when they had King Von and Dirk, they wasn't talking like that. That's how King Von got killed.
They were singing the song.
There you go.
Singing the song in there.
There you go.
And
I ain't trying to squash no beef, man.
But had he cried then, say, brother, let me get him on the phone. Aiden Ross got me and that boy on the phone right then and there. And he made it happen. And first thing I said, say, man, can we, let's be friends. Homie, why they can't do that with our babies?
I like to hear that too because every time it goes too far, that's what you wish would have happened. Like what are we really beefing for?
Aiden Rawson tried to get me and Boosie to sit down. But Vlad got in the way.
So Vlad
want to keep, Vlad blocked that.
man, you need to tell Boosie, man, go ahead, have that sit down.
Man, I done been on the phone with Boosie. He didn't say nothing. They tried to get us to do a boxing match. I told him, man, I'll let you win. I'll let you win. Let's go. But it's other people in his ear. It's people here, man. But he said this. I ain't done nothing to you where we can't talk about this.
Correct.
I done said some shit, but Boosie know he wrong with the Marlo Mike shit. So it's hard to talk to me, and I worked on the same law that keeps Marlo Mike locked up. Juvenile life without parole.
And when you talk, it's like you holding up a mirror to people. And they don't like that. They want you to go ahead and just go along with whatever bullshit they got going on and don't say nothing about it, but you very vocal.
Yeah.
So they like, man, I'm Charleston, like, man, how the hell he try to talk about this? Because it's something they did.
Yep.
A lot of people personalize stuff and can't.
So it's some black people that reached out to get at the kid before I said his dead son.
Right.
That's what made but it was okay for you to say you would slap me. Gilly told me long before, right when I started becoming famous, because I spoke on the Pop Hunter situation. How the industry shamed Pop Hunter. He had some paperwork came out when he was 13 or 14 years old with his mom. He witnessed a murder. He went and gave a statement on the murder. That kid had one of the biggest records at the time. Lil Uzi Vert was on there. Gilligan was the one that said he snitched. They snatched Uzi Vert off the song. They stopped playing it. This kid ultimately went into a depression where at some point I think he tried to commit suicide. So when I spoke on it on Say TV, I really didn't know who Gilly the Kid was. I didn't know who Pop Hunter was. I looked in my inbox with a blue check saying, "Is there a problem, Goofy? I'll slap you." What? He told me keep that same energy when I see you. So he done threatened me. So man, okay, nigga. So that will make me start going in.
See,
Read
that's the
that
thing.
headline. The challenges of parenting in the United States have gotten so extreme that the Surgeon General.
You done threaten
Do you
Charleston
feel
White,
it?
right? And see, so you can't threaten somebody and then say you gonna slap somebody and then you crying about what they say about you. You say you gonna slap that man. If somebody say they gonna slap me, in my mind they already slapped me. So what you gonna do if they slap you? So that what he did. He said something back towards you. The niggas crying, and then you can't. Man, that snitching shit. They need to rearrange that shit because that shit got people fucked up. Like, and then when Charleston White
Type
speak
of
on it, everybody crying.
Regret for
Like,
that,
come on,
or
man.
No.
or you just like it is what it is.
I done seen that in person in Detroit,
And
at
Apple, he
the
said,
MGM Grand Casino. He acted like he didn't see me, but we seen each other. He was walking with some girl. We walked by. He acted like he didn't see me. He didn't keep that same energy.
Is that how a lot of these people is? Like online, it's woo woo, but when you see them it's like you said, he act like he didn't see you.
All the haters online. I get all love in real life.
Or it's like, oh, let's talk now since we're right here.
Yeah, my throat itching like a motherfucker. But nah, homie, all the haters online. Because I haven't hurt nobody. I've hurt feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Feelings change each and every day, minute by minute, second by second. You don't feel the same all day and every day the next day that you do today. So by the time you see me, yeah, they're more logical because I just got you in your feelings right then and there. And that's what I like to do because it's called provoke thought and evoke emotion. That's how you teach a motherfucker.
Now, you just said that you ain't hurt nobody. And that just makes me, it just made me think out the blue. Young Thug just came home, right? And you know they was charging him with a lot of things or whatever, but he went ahead and took that plea deal.
Yeah.
Which is it 45 years?
15 years.
15.
So it's actually like 45 years, 20-something suspended, 15 papers. So it's some shit that I ain't never even heard or knew that could exist.
Would you have took that deal?
Nah.
You would have took it to the box and fought?
I would have. Man, let me retract what I just said. I probably would have took it too, homie. Because the conditions of jail when you come from living how he and I've been living in this entertainment world, but I would have listened to my lawyer. My lawyer telling me we can beat this,
Right.
then let's beat it. But we don't know how long this trial gonna last though. It could last another year.
Ain't nobody trying to stay in there for a whole nother year.
No.
You ain't been in there.
But the jury, just a week later after he took the deal, one of the jurors came out and told the judge in the court that I can no longer sit on this trial and not be biased. I am biased. I believe the prosecution's been up. Shit. All you need is one juror.
Right.
And you got one juror and the judge said, sit your ass back down. I don't care about you being biased. Homie,
because his other homies, they taking it to the box. Was it Yak?
Yeah.
They taking it to the box.
I actually talked to Yak and his family. I talked to I was over Yak's people's house and I got a chance to talk to him. Homie, your faith go get you out of this, man. Is what I told him. Boy, you got to menace it. All you got to have is just the faith of the size of a mustard seed, and you can't even see a mustard seed with the naked eye. Boy, you got some faith. Even Thug Daddy said, man, I wish he wouldn't have took it. Even the lawyer said, but I understand. We ain't got to sit in that jail.
Right. He got to be the one to do that time. I know he misses his kids.
Yeah.
But do you think he can make it, though? Because, if he messes up in any type of way, all that time going to come back.
I'm just going to say this, homie. It's hard to do anything consistent for 2 years, let alone 15 years.
Right. That's what I said.
Homie, and they ain't just got no regular stipulation and conditions. They got some super conditions on it. He got to leave Georgia. He got to be kicked out of there, away from his family. So you're being banned away from your family.
But do you think it's best for him to get away from that environment?
Mm-mm.
You think it's better for them to, stay in the same area with the same people? Or because some people is like, well, it's good that he can't go back because maybe he can get a new circle of friends and maybe,
My mama here. My kids here.
Sure.
My family here. It ain't never good to leave your family, and you're being forced to leave.
Right.
He wasn't having no problem.
I love
if
my
you listen to
family.
the trial, Woody was the one doing
See, he
all
a
the
spoiled
shooting,
kid,
and
that's
Thug
why.
didn't know.
He
He
couldn't
said,
see
man,
himself in his
he didn't
family.
know I was doing this.
Right.
Thug didn't have nothing to do with Nut being killed. Woody did that on his own, cause Woody broke into his car, and Thug them jumped on him at that club. Nut them jumped on him at that club. They didn't even know he was doing that. So he was running road, man. But homie, I've been doing good here. I'm from here. I can come and change something here after what I done been through. When I come back from this, I'm way more valuable to my people because now the truth is out. We can mend some shit. Maybe him and YFN Lucci could have mended some shit now that they know he didn't have nothing to do with Thug Nut being killed.
It'll be dope if they was able to get on the record together. That'll break the internet right there, or a concert or something with Thug and YFN.
Yeah.
Man, come on now.
It'll bring peace, and hopefully some healing. Because we're forgetting about the families. Nut mom and daddy been there at every trial. And shout out to Nut Mom and Dad. They been there at every trial, man. Ain't nobody interviewing them. Ain't nobody paying them $5,000 to $10,000 to tell their story. But the killers is reaping all the rewards.
Kind of like the Mama Duck situation where she's suing Lil Durk because she feel they're using her son's death to continue to make money, etc. like that.
Yeah, I love Mama Duck. That's my partner. We fell out.
Yeah.
And we done talk. I talked to her like a few weeks ago. We got a Say Cheese TV coming up together. Interview coming up together.
That's what I like, because you keep saying like you and so had problems, or you and so fell out, but then you say, hey, but we was able to talk and me and so cool again.
A misunderstanding and miscommunication, even with insults, disrespect can be fixed. When somebody can say, man, I know I was wrong. Well, yeah, I was wrong. When two people can sit down and really talk, because it's a right and a wrong on both sides. If you tell both stories, because both people think they right until they have a conversation. So let me just say this. If anybody in the hip-hop industry deserves restitution, is Tuka's mother.
Why do you say that?
They made millions off that woman, baby. All this started over saying Tuka.
Smoking Tuka, yeah.
Tuka and Duck was partner friends. Tuka was new into the neighborhood.
I ain't lying. You know how long ago they were there? 2011.
Man, it's a lot to that kid. Man, that Tuka, homie. The world started smoking Tuka. They were smoking Tuka so much, they really thought it was a weed pack. White people, they know it was a 15-year-old kid who got killed at the bus stop.
Right.
So if anybody deserves, man, some restitution, homie, it's Tuka's mother. And she pleaded with the industry. She pleaded with the industry, the radio station. Could y'all please? Her daughter had to go inside of a mental hospital, homie, because this is out there. Like, they never got to mourn. They never got to mourn because it was Tuka. Tuka was in every song. The origination of drill music came from smoking on Tuka. It wasn't smoking on JoJo. It came from this. That's why it's called Tukaville. They wouldn't name a whole neighborhood after this kid.
I couldn't imagine losing a child and then having to be
rap song
repeatedly reminded that I done lost my child. Listen to the radio, listen to the new slang and the lingo that the kids talking. Like, it just something I couldn't imagine. So,
man, I wish I would have brought my other phone. I would call her right now just so y'all can hear her voice. But man, she pleaded with those people. She was called a radio station and asked would they stop. And you know, they offer her concert tickets.
See, that's crazy.
I'm gonna ask you something.
I was about to ask you about that 20v1.
I got a question right out there. Go ahead.
All right. You did a 20v1 about not too long ago, a month ago.
Yeah, about my month
ago. How you like that? I didn't like our one.
Shit, nigga. Say Naptown, man. Indianapolis has the best 20v1s I've ever done, for as the looks, personality,
natural,
and the character of the women that I was having to pick from.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I like to hear.
Nigga, y'all had some, man. Y'all got some beautiful women out here, man.
People be trying to play my state, try to play my city like we ain't got it.
Nah, y'all got it. Man, they got it. It ain't too many, man. I done been all around the country in the last 5 years. Naptown, like going to the Dominican Republic, and these niggas be trying to run to with them passports. Why would I go to the passport broke when all I got to do is come to Naptown and find something that you'll find over there? Shit, you lying to me? Naptown got it.
Look, y'all done heard it here, all right? So stop thinking it's only corn in Indiana, all right?
Nah, shh. Please.
What more questions you have, man?
Who taught you how to tie a tie?
My father.
Teach us how to tie. I want you to, every show, I want you to do this for me. Nigga, after every show, tie a tie for it, nigga. So if nothing else, we can go back and rewind on YouTube and learn how to tie a tie. Because I'm a black man who don't know how to tie a tie. 47, I don't know how to tie a tie. But boy, I be wanting to learn how. And I never had a man show me.
I got you.
Yeah. Oh, man, y'all done hit the long on us. Guys, say, I'm in one of my best interviews. Yeah, y'all really enjoyed this, man. So hopefully you can get me here once a month, every other month. Shit, let's keep doing this here. I like how we draw from each other, so you can pull that intellect up out and put that character over to the side. The character belong on stage. The character belong on my channel, not on your channel. Because there's no substance when you bring it on your channel. Yeah, you're gonna get some views, but it don't build your channel for substance.
Right.
So that's where a lot of people, they get a Charleston White video and they got one video with a bunch of views and the rest of them be small views because it lacks substance. And they want, our people is thriving to be fed some good substance. So this is what I'm willing to do, fam. If you can get,
hold on, he said our people is thriving to, hold on. He said our people, what he said? Our people is thriving for good substance.
I'll come back because it lacks substance. But it don't build your channel for substance.
Right.
So that's where a lot of people, they get a Charleston White video and they got one video with a bunch of views and the rest of them be small views because it lacks substance. And they want, our people is thriving to be fed some good substance. Okay. So this is what I'm willing to do, fam.
See, that's a gem right there.
If you can get Mama Tuka,
I know I'm finna blow.
I'll come back just to sit down with both of y'all.
Okay.
Because she asked me something one time. And I hadn't had a chance to do it. She said, can you just help me get my son's name copywritten? And that's all she had.
Hey, bro.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Dominique?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing an interview right now. We recording this. And I just was speaking about you and your son and your pain. And I want to get you on this podcast with me in Indianapolis so me and you can sit down and talk. Because I told him that you asked me something one time. You said, can I just help you get your son's name copywritten? And I'm saying if anybody deserves to be restored and anybody deserves restitution, and that's Miss Tuka, Miss Dominique. So they asked me about Mama Duck suing FBG Duck, and I'm saying, no, Miss Tuka needs to sue the hip-hop industry and get her money because all of this started from her son being smoked on, and she never got the peace she deserved.
So what happened, bro? I'm still trying to get up. Reaching out to people, trying to see who can help me.
Well, we gonna try to help you over here on this podcast. So
No game but tie game.
It's called No Game But Tie Game. So we live right now on the air. So he agreed to have you on the show. I'm gonna come back and me and you, we gonna sit down and see how we can get you some help.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Okay, yes ma'am. You have
I'm on board.
Okay, well, yes ma'am.
Thank you, love you.
Love you too, mama.
All right.
All right.
Oh, so
yeah, we can definitely make that happen.
So if y'all listen, man, come on now. This is where all this started from, right here. Right here. FBG, Duck, King, all of these kids will still be alive if we could have resolved this right here.
Listen, we gonna try to make that happen. We gonna try to get, what you say her name was?
Miss Dominique.
Miss Dominique. We gonna try to get Miss Dominique up here. Charleston White said we get her
yeah,
up
yeah,
here.
start showing the.
He said he'll come back.
Yeah, just for her. Yeah, just for her.
Pushing the piece. Start off with Miss Dominique.
I remember when I first spoke on her. On Tuka. I didn't know nothing about it. I just so happened to be walking through my partner's house, Joe Blow, and seen that they was watching Tuka's little documentary. So I sat down and watched it. That's what made me aware of the Vons in the Dirt. So I spoke about this on the Say Cheese TV interview. And then I think a day or two later, Mama Duck, Miss Lashina, had sent me a message saying, thank you. I can put you in contact with her. So I don't think Duck had been killed yet when I done that. So that's how I was able to connect with these mothers. So that's why a lot of times you saw my focus was on Chicago, because I had just became aware. So that's why I seem like, why you hate Chicago? It's no different when Tupac found out about Yummy Sandiford. And he dissed the GDs and BDs about Yummy Sandiford, and he damn near got killed in Chicago that night. Homie, as a man, when you see something and you hear something, it convicts your spirit. So I'm gonna say something. I was convicted by it. That's why I used to seem like I hated Chicago, but it wasn't about Chicago. I had just learned about a culture.
Speaking from the mom.
A culture that's now influencing America. And now it left Chicago and went down south. It didn't go east, it went down south. So now our kids with the drill music. I'm working with kids saying, hey man, who you listening to? They come back and tell me who they listening to. I go listen to this shit, be like, God damn, man, that little nigga talking about killing everybody. The kids was teaching me about drill music as I'm becoming aware from being on the internet. So it wasn't nothing against Chicago. It was the Chirac culture that influenced kids to kill kids. Children of the corn is what I called it.
All the sliding.
Yeah.
All the switches.
And so I'm saying to myself, how in the as we as black people
That fucked
sat
up.
by and let our kids create drill music, and these was 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, how we let this happen? What motherfucker sat back and watched this? Jay-Z, all these big motherfuckers.
Everybody,
How
bro.
did nobody get involved and try to put a stop to this shit? Nigga, these is kids.
I ain't lying.
And shit, that's where that's when I evolved and became what I became.
Very well, I'm
That shit
definitely
makes
glad
sense,
that
bro.
you did that. 'Cause
Damn, that's some real shit. I found out in 2018, bro. I ain't even knew that shit. I ain't know no fucking body. I swear I ain't know nobody, bro. I'm like, yo, these niggas talking about killing for real, and then you do your research on who's who and who's who, and then he done lost his brother, then he done shot his people, and they done shot his people. So they just going back and forth playing goddamn tennis or ping pong, and niggas is actually dying, and you can't come back from that shit, and ain't no OG, ain't no nigga, man, saying nothing, man, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, this shit fucked up. So you gotta respect Charleston White, bro. Like, man, that you gotta respect, cause even as me, I ain't lost no niggas, bro. All my niggas is alive, but I still feel the pain when I see them niggas that be talking about they fighting and killing, and them niggas talking about they crying over their people. That shit made me think like, damn, bro, I feel sorry for y'all. And then they say the war started too over a girl. A girl was fucking with two dudes from two different hoods, so that started a war. So I like, damn, these niggas killing over girls, and they just killing for no reason. Like, that shit, somebody gotta say something, because if nobody don't,
I think you're a good person for people to hear.
it's just gonna be
to
all
talk,
bad.
because
It's
you're
gonna
not.
keep being bad.
You can go against the status quo, I guess I can say.
Yeah.
So like, you're not, like I said, you're not afraid to go the opposite direction. You're not afraid to say that I feel like this is wrong. Like you said, why are we listening to these 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds that's smoking each other?
And they really smoking each other.
And they
It ain't
really
like
smoking
it ain't like
each
they
other.
write nursery rhymes. They
They
like
making
real crimes.
I ain't lying, bro.
So
Damn,
think
that shit fucked up.
I call it balance.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's good to have a person like you. And I feel like sometimes it's good to have a person that's on the opposite end, because oftentimes you can come together.
It's always two sides to a coin.
Right.
A coin ain't one sided, it's two sides. So that's exactly what you're explaining, a two-sided coin.
Yeah, come together and get some understanding about it.
And as I speak, there's no hate in my heart. So that's what I want to make clear. I don't know what you hear I say, yo, baby. Nigga, I ain't saying that out of hate. I ain't saying that out of anger. There's no resentment. I don't resent anything. That's a conviction. And sometimes I go overboard because I ain't got no script. Yes, sometimes I'm wrong. And I know how to say I'm wrong when I'm wrong. That's how I can connect with the people I don't know. Me and Woody done talked again, so I done said, this baby.
Oh, y'all thought, so y'all had a conversation?
Yeah, we done had a real.
Okay.
And he said, nigga, I ain't got nothing to forgive you for. He still want to work with me, but his baby mama said he can't work with me.
Why don't you
because the woman still in her emotion about him saying, my baby.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, the woman ain't never get out of the feeling talking about her baby.
Yeah, so it's like, how can you work with that man after?
Well, guess what? All of us done talked about a baby.
Facts.
Come on now. The girls you don't like, you done talk about a baby. Little girl, yeah, so come on, act like it. And
If you gonna be honest about it, at some point in your life,
You done said something about that.
Yeah, we done all said something crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Do
a
it make
fact.
it right? No. But we done it, so come on now.
How did you? Because you know you're a comedian. You know like you said, you selling our shows.
Yeah.
When I first heard about you, I thought you was hilarious. I don't think you was trying to be hilarious.
I wasn't.
But it was back
I
when you
ain't
had the
lying.
dreads.
I used to cuss a motherfucker out if you went to pushing the laughing button. Who was that laughing? Because I should be offended. Nigga, I ain't trying to be funny. And I really didn't respect the art of comedy. I ain't no kind of there to get on stage, try to make up the laugh. So I should be insulted by the laughing at what I'm saying.
I still remember you was on stage and you swung the mic at somebody
Yeah.
on stage. And you took that mic and was like, mother.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So do you enjoy comedy more?
I do. Because I was praying to God, homie, as I was online when you were watching me with the dreads. When I get offline, go get in the shower, I was saying, man,
Don't let my heart be
man,
hardened
God,
to my
please
own
don't let
people.
my heart be hardened toward my own people.
That's how much I
Because
watch
what's
them
in your
niggas
heart?
shit. 'Cause I
And
know
I
that
didn't want to
shit.
have, but I was starting to, I had a disdain. And I was like, man, you don't want to hate nothing.
Right.
So, in order for me to cleanse and purify my heart, my prayer will be, man, God, don't let my heart
Be
become hard.
hard to my own people.
Then how can you not make it harder? I would come online and express this shit. Get it out. But the internet will bring it back because now you got to fight with niggas online. I didn't know the street that was online. I thought regular people, so the street started coming online. Yeah, what's up? So I'm like, man, what the street doing on here? So as I began to become more of a viral sensation, I started noticing all the work that I did. I've been on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I got a full national study with the journalism school down in Phoenix, the Walter Contract School of Journalism. Homie, that is huge.
Nobody don't talk about that type of shit.
All that started being pushed down based off the social media antics. So the persona and the character started superseding the guy who's actually working in the community. So I didn't want to be stuck on the internet, homie. I seen too many men like Hassan Campbell, Bosco, all these guys, they were stuck on the internet. They had been there for years before I got there. I seen no evolution.
Are you cool with Bosco or her son Campbell?
No.
I know that you ain't cool with him because I'm familiar with y'all issues. But I was like, was that a situation where y'all reconciled?
No. Well, I didn't know who them niggas was until they started attacking me. You see what I'm saying? I came to the internet not knowing nothing about the internet when I was on there. So
kind of like me. I ain't got no social media. I don't know nothing.
Don't
nobody.
Leave a comment and say, man, it's funny. This need to do stand up. That was my guide away from the internet because I'm on the internet every day and I'm in this character every day. So when I come offline, I would meet people and they would say, "Don't get quiet now." They started on the character in real life. Right. So I said, I gotta find some kind of way to put a name to this character. And
the only reason he's even saying it's a character is because people taking it overboard. That's just an excuse, like 50 Cent used. That's just an excuse because I'm smart enough to know what he's doing. He just saying it, and but now he can make it as a character because he's getting paid off of it and shit. But it makes sense.
I didn't have a name for it. You look like Cat Williams. You a snitch, and they would say Rat Williams. # Rat Williams. And it used to kind of bother me. Nigga, I don't look like no motherfucking Cat Williams. I'm way more handsome than that nigga. And I ain't no rat. But the name was catchy. So I took on the name Rat Williams because that's the name the internet gave me. So that's the first thing.
They tried to use it against you and you flipped it up.
Yeah. Uncle Ruckus. Look at your eye. You the real Uncle Ruckus. You know what, nigga? Uncle Charlie. Chicken shit Charlie. So that's how I became Uncle. So now I got the name and I got the character. Well, where do I take it? Shit, nigga, we put them in movies on stage. Because the people are now saying, man, that you been in movies, man. Comedy. So I started listening to my audience. Once my audience kept saying that for about 9 months to a year, shit, nigga, I gotta find a way to do comedy. So the internet algorithm guided me into becoming a comedian.
You really seem to have figured that out. Like,
damn.
I think it's something that's hard to crack, but some people can just figure it out. And I would definitely say that you definitely figured it out.
Yeah. So I'm a fan of comedy, homie. I know all the greats. I've seen all the greats. And now it's just being able to mimic it, right? Learning the craft, understanding the punchline. So at first I got on stage and didn't know what to do. So I relied on my natural gift that y'all said I had, that I didn't know I had. So I thank y'all. I thank y'all. So I would rely on that natural gift. So I met a gospel singer one time, an older gospel singer. And she said, because I would go out there and look at the people on the front row and be nervous and forget what I'm going to say. So I would just look down on the ground. I wouldn't look up and try to make people laugh. But I was bringing the shit talking. I wasn't bringing the comedic. So I had to get away from the shit talking, offending. So, homie, it was hard to navigate. But because I had y'all to tell me I was funny, I found my gift of being funny.
Quick question. You a comedian and T.I.'s a comedian.
Yeah.
Or, y'all both started out doing something else, but y'all both,
And we started around the same time.
Right, doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you and T.I. back on? I mean, well, on good terms at this time, or y'all still, don't see it, not see it?
Yeah, homie, they don't fuck with me. So T.I. try to do everything in his power to get me shut down. So that's why you don't see the funny Marco video anymore. That's why the 85 South thing put me back on. Yeah, homie, yeah, that nigga went out his way. It's only a few people that didn't budge. That was Say Cheese TV and DJ Academics. DJ Academics made a whole video about T.I. and them calling to take, and he wouldn't take it down. But I'm in Atlanta all the time. And yeah.
Call me, I ain't taking it down that. I'm just like...
Yeah, but I used to have a great deal in admiration for T.I. until he responded to me online.
T.I. real nigga, you know damn well he gonna respond.
He ain't go, man, in my mind, he ain't gonna respond. Once he responded, it made him, it killed how I saw him.
Okay.
I hate he responded to me, homie. I wish, man, I hate that he responded to me, homie, because I had a nigga that, in my mind, that was my...
And I know y'all didn't have like some diss songs back and forth or whatnot, but you're willing to make up with him, right? If he's willing to do it, you willing to put everything to the side.
Yeah. Man, I used to like, man, shit. That, in my mind, that was my before I even got to the internet. Right. Then when I was talking about him, fucking with him, I was talking about King and Tootie Little Ugly Ass. I wasn't talking about him, but I was addressing him. Right? The kids said something, but they said something.
Yeah, Tootie, little Tootie too.
You know what I'm saying? So I was going to the you slap me, you'll die. Look, any young nigga slap me, I'm gonna put that pistol on him. Right. Every fight you young. So now I hate he responded to me. I wish he just would ignore me. So I could still sit him on his little pedals. But yeah, he had to come down after that. And he went and made a badass diss song. Him and Juicy Fruit.
Yeah, I heard it.
That was a bad. That one of his best verses in the last 10 years.
It was good.
Yeah, I brought out the best in it.
Made him go back to the old T.I.
Yeah.
I did play that song about 10 times just.
But yeah, I with Tip, man. And I like Lil King. Yeah, and I like Lil King.
He got a baby. He just had a baby, right?
Yeah, he just had a baby. Yeah, and he got some new veneers. Damn, they got him handsome. Them veneers got him a little handsome now.
All right, man.
I enjoyed this, man. So yeah, we got.
That was a good one, man.
Yeah, so
that was a real good one.
So I try to stay away from doing these type of interviews because I don't know what I'm walking into, and I don't know what kind of substance they're looking for. So I've grown past it. So that's why you see I don't do a lot of this no more. But I do Say Cheese TV, the Daniel Project, Anton Daniels, and I do small upcoming podcasts that need that boost. And I want to make you to be my fourth business relationship that I do podcasting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so make that happen.
Yeah, I like how this went.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank
you for taking your time out your day to stop by.
Cause I'm tired, man. I just left St. Louis. Before that, I was in Atlanta. Nigga, I'm tired. So.
All right, man. Listen. Make sure y'all go check him out. Y'all see him coming with his comedy show. Make sure that y'all buy some tickets to that comedy show. You understand what I'm saying?
I promise I'm gonna exceed your expectations.
Yo, hold on real quick, yo. Diesel, come here real quick, man. And make sure when y'all at these comedy shows, now come around the whole thing, man. Come on. Come all the way back here. Make sure when y'all at these comedy shows, man, y'all show some support for a person that shows some support for me. You feel me? You got these t-shirts right here. Hey, man, go ahead, give him the
yeah. Nah, man, make sure go get it, man. Nah, I promise you, I'm funny on stage. So I got a whole comedy tour. So I'm signed with a talent agency. Shout out to my guy Eric Young Productions. Me and Michael Blackson is signed to this, man. He keep me booked. But man, I got my own comedy tour coming up, man, in 2025. It's called the Underground Railroad of Comedy. So I'm going to go get the old comedian we used to see, man, Scruncho, Lady Reed, Shucky Ducky. So I'm going to get them as well as grab the new people who y'all think is funny online.
So get your tickets.
So if you know anybody that's funny in Naptown and you think they can be on stage, send them to him. He gonna send them to me, and I'm gonna add them to the tour. I promise.
Because no matter what goes on in life, the fact remains the same. There's no game but tie game.
And we out, baby. Game applied means elevation.
Let's go.
That's what's up, man. Okay, so there we have it, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. That's the wrap up of Charleston White. That was a good interview. You know what I'm saying? What's the name of it? Nothing but tie game.
I had no idea kids kill people.
What the name of it was? Oh, no game but tie game. So I guess he new to the game. But yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. He talked about a lot. But yeah, man, like, share, comment, and subscribe.